Hello friends, welcome to the Mirano channel. In today's program we will talk about the interesting features of crows. Stay with us until the end, I hope you enjoy. They are very creative in cooking. Crows are usually opportunistic and creative, often exploiting new food sources or adopting new feeding strategies to make their lives easier. For example, the American crow feeds on fish, and in some cases it uses bread or other food as bait to attract fish. At the same time, this species often steals food from other animals, sometimes even secretly chasing the victim. In one case, a group of American crows were seen distracting a river otter so they could steal its fish, according to the Cornell Laboratory of Ornithology. Crows use tools to achieve their goals. Many ravens use tools, but the New Caledonian crows are highly advanced. Like chimpanzees, they use sticks or other plant material to catch insects from crevices, but that's just one trick up their sleeve. In addition to selecting tools that are naturally well suited to a particular task, New Caledonian crows also make tools in the wild that are much rarer than using objects. This work includes everything from cutting wood leaves to making hooks from branches and thorns. In controlled experiments, New Caledonian crows have bent flexible materials into hooks. In a study, researchers showed that ravens, like great apes, chimpanzees and orangutans, have the ability to solve problems. Crows can solve puzzles on par with human children. In the old story, The Crow and the Pitcher, a thirsty crow encounters a pitcher with little water. The crow starts pouring pebbles into the pitcher to get a drink, eventually raising the water level enough for him to drink. Research has not only confirmed that crows can do this, but also shows that they can perform the water displacement test at a level similar to that of human children between the ages of 5 and 7. Crows have successfully passed other complex tests. According to a study in the journal Cornet Biology, crows can also plan their actions. The birds were able to mentally control targets, the researchers wrote, and even successfully ignored additional distractions placed in their path. Crows hold funerals for their dead. Crows are known for holding funerals when one of their own kind has died. It may be just one crow or a group of crows, or it may be completely silent. In some cases, crows may stay awake over the carcass of a dead bird for days on end. Swift writes, "If I were to find a dead body in the woods, I might feel sad, but at the same time I would be concerned, and probably look for the cause of death, to make sure I am not next." Perhaps crows do the same, they look for the source of the danger and remember key elements of the experience that will help keep them safe in the future. Crows are monogamous. Crows are family-oriented. They mate for life, meaning a pair usually stays together for life, but their family life can also be a little more complicated than it seems. Ravens are monogamous, writes Swift, adding a more scientific explanation that they are socially monogamous, but genetically promiscuous. According to the Cornell Laboratory of Ornithology, some crows have double lives, dividing time between their families and large communal roosts. For example, American crows maintain their home territory year-round, where the entire extended family lives and eats together. But most of the year, crows leave their territories to join large flocks in agricultural fields. Family members herd together, but do not stay together in the crowd. A crow may spend part of the day at home with his family in the city, and the rest with the flock feeding on the grain of the country. Crows have accents. Did you know that the crow's voice also has dialects? Similar to humans, whose language can vary from region to region, so do crows. According to John M. ornithologist and author Tony Angel, who wrote the book In the Flock of Crows, said the sounds vary regionally, just as human dialects can vary from region to region. When crows join a new flock, they learn the flock's dialect by imitating the dominant members of the flock, Marslov and Angel wrote. Crows hold grudges. Different types of ravens are highly skilled in recognizing human faces. For example, magpies in one study reacted to researchers who were messing with them and even recognized them in clothes other than their research days. Many other animals can also recognize human faces, but crows excelled in this as well. both because of their long memory and because of the way they share information between themselves and their kind. Learning to recognize humans can be a valuable skill for urban crows. Wild crows seem largely indifferent to the faces of people who have not wronged them, and can even form positive relationships with them. How old is a crow? If you ask the people around you this question, you will see that most of them will not settle for less than 100 years. But what is the reality? Unlike birds such as sparrows and pigeons, crows have a long life and live longer, and their lifespan reaches up to 17 years, but their average lifespan is only 3 years. In general beliefs, crows live for 200 years, which has never been seen before. The reason for the long life of crows is probably due to their high intelligence in not being in dangerous and deadly situations or escaping from such situations.